Hi there, my name is Lindsey Whitmore, and I have the wonderful opportunity and privilege of bringing our mission-driven moment this week. I wanted to share something I read through my quiet time out of 2 Samuel, and it starts in verse 15 through 22, and it is where David goes out into battle, and he comes up to opposition of the giants that are there in that region. And it says, once again, the Philistines were at war with Israel. And when David and his men were in the thick of the battle, David became weak and exhausted. And there was a gentleman with a really hard name to say, who was the descendant of giants. His bronze spearhead weighed more than 7 pounds, and he was armed with a new sword. He had cornered David and was about to kill him. But Abishai, son of somebody, came to David's rescue and killed the Philistine. Then David's men declared, "You are not going out to battle with us again. Why risk snuffing out the light of Israel?" They were protecting their king. They did not want anything to happen to him. And they realized that with his age and with what was happening in these battles that they were in, that they needed to be trusted. They needed to be trusted for the training that they've had and their ability, and that they could take care of these things for their king. So he didn't have to do all the battling himself. It goes on to say, after this, there was another battle against the Philistine, this time at Gove. And another gentleman had to fight another descendant of the giants. And then after this, during that same battle, another one of the giants. This time it was Goliath's brother that fell. And then finally, the last battle. This man was huge. He had 6 fingers on each hand, and he had 6 toes on each foot, 24 in all, who was also a descendant of the giants. But when he defied and taunted Israel, he was killed by Jonathan, the son of David's brother. These 4 Philistines were descendants of giants of Gov, but David and his warriors killed them. There was a few things I got out of this, but one thing that I wanted to share that I was just taken back with and just had to quickly try to get into my journal pages was that David went out with his men who he had trained and had been fighting with them, but he grew tired. We all do. His men were younger, but they were just as fierce. They were able to slay the giants that were before them, just as David had once slain Goliath. And it reminded me that no matter what giants present themselves in our lives, by the power of God living in us, they must fall. And right after writing this down, I heard the song for the first time by Rent Collective, "Every Giant Will Fall." It says, "Every giant will fall. The mountains will move. Every chain of the past you've broken in two. Over fear, over lies, we're singing the truth, that nothing is impossible with you." And so today, I hope that you can proclaim with me, just as I did in my own journal, "Therefore I can remain having confidence in the Lord and praise like David in the Psalms. Praise the Lord." Thank you.